Hi, my name's Paige, and today I'm going to be talking about how shutting down WINESEC will reduce the role of Southern Command in Latin America. WINESEC is short for Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation. WINESEC is a Defense Department facility at Fort Benning near Columbus, Georgia. It provides professional education and training for civilian, military, and law enforcement students from nations throughout the Western Hemisphere. WINESEC is connected to Southern Command because the U.S. Marine Corps Force South partners with Latin American Marines to conduct a wide range of training and exercises to include anti-terrorism, peacekeeping, and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions. The Marine Corps Force South helps establish Southcom's domain awareness as well as build partner nation capabilities and common security objectives. Therefore, a way we can actively reduce the role of Southcom is to get rid of WINESEC altogether. WINESEC used to be called the School of America before the name was changed in January 17th, 2001. WINESEC has been known to teach young men and women to terrorize and to torture other people. So the the manuals that have been used at the School of America for years, those are what includes the torture, extortion, blackmail, and targeting of civilian populations. And we as taxpayers are paying for this school to continue to teach young men and women torture and how to terrorize others. Many of these students go on to commit crimes using what they've learned at the School of America, or now WINESEC. In 1999, Bolivian Captain Philemon Rodriguez had been found responsible for kidnapping and torturing Waldo Albarracin, director of the Bolivian Popular Assembly of Human Rights. In 2002, Rodriguez was accepted for a 49-week officer training course at WINESEC. This is only a few years after he was responsible for kidnapping and torturing. They let him into this course at WINESEC. And we shouldn't be praising and accepting people into the school for torture. Colombia actually requires their officers to undergo training at WINESEC, and there has been a report in 2014 that said out of the 25 graduates from just 2001 to 2003, only a couple years, 12 of them had been charged with a serious crime or command unit's whole members had reportedly committed multiple extrajudicial killings. Also on November 16th, 1989, 26 soldiers shot and killed 6 priests, a housekeeper, and her 16-year-old daughter. Of these 26 soldiers, 19 of them underwent training at the School of America. If we close WINESEC, the number of murders, tortures, and rapes would drastically decrease because we wouldn't be teaching these young men and women that it is okay. After they undergo this training and learn what techniques to use to torture, they go out and they actively practice what they have been taught when in these situations it's not necessary. But that's what they've been taught to do. So they do that. School of America graduates and WINESEC graduates have included some of the worst and most notorious human rights abusers in Latin American history. A few examples would be Manuel and Omar Torrijos of Panama, Leopoldo Galtieri and Roberto Viola of Argentina, Juan Velasco Alvarado of Peru, Guillermo Rodriguez of Ecuador, Juego Benzar Suarez of Bolivia. Those are just examples of some of the of dictators. Those are just some examples of dictators that have been graduates of the School of America and have gone on to be dictators of these countries. The School of America graduates were responsible for the Uribe massacre in Colombia, the Mozote massacre of 900 civilians in El Salvador. Closing this school would send a huge message to to strengthen human rights in Latin America and even just around the world. So I believe that there are multiple negatives. I mean, even more negatives than positives that this school has, and closing down this school would be a positive thing.